are starting to get really interesting with U.S. immigration. Can Donald Trump give you a green? Hey guys, before you file for your spouse, hey guys, come on in, type in freedom now. I'm Latoya McBean Pompey, an immigration lawyer in New York. We have some really interesting news, okay? Um, I'm being cautious in using the word good. It appears like good news from USCIS, but let's keep going. USCIS published on Friday, January 24th, an update to its website about individuals who have a removal order. We're going to talk about it and talk about how this could potentially help you with your case if you have a removal order. Come on in, type in freedom now, freedom now, freedom now, and certainly where you're watching from today. This is going to be a short and sweet update to you, those of you out there who are worried about what's going to happen, what your options could potentially be if you have a removal order. You have heard me say a number of times that under this Trump administration, they're targeting three groups of individuals for deportation. Number one, those who have a criminal record. Number two, those who have a removal order. And then number three, those who recently entered into the United States over the last 2 years through these various Biden parole programs. In this one, we're going to focus on those of you with a removal order. Friends, this is about being able to do adjustment of status through USCIS for those of you with a removal. So come on in, type in freedom now. Our phone number at McBean Law is 914-898-9488. And also our email address is below. It's info@mcbeanlaw.com. Reach out to us to book an appointment to discuss your case and how we might be able to help you. If you're joining on Facebook, share this live session with your feed. Now, let's get into this news that USCIS published on its website on Friday. On Friday, USCIS published this notice. It's a notice saying certain temporary protected status recipients with orders of removal or deportation seeking adjustment of status with USCIS. Now, this is not only about those of you with TPS. It also we'll get to the bottom shortly, which talks about everyone else who have a removal order. But the very beginning, it's about those of you with TPS. Now, if you have TPS and you have a removal order, some of you had worked with us to get your removal order terminated so that you can adjust your status and get your green card. Others worked with other lawyers, of course, on that same process. This notice by USCIS comes from a settlement agreement that USCIS had in place with a deadline of January 19th, 2025. And now it appears like they've settled in on this as almost like a policy. It's unclear right now, but it says that it is a notice. And they say here that you can still seek prosecutorial discretion through ICE, okay, to consider joining in a joint motion to reopen your removal proceedings to terminate your removal order if you are a TPS recipient with a removal order who traveled and returned to the United States using government authorization or advanced parole. Okay, so if you have TPS and you have a removal order, yet you used your advanced parole to travel and now you have lawful entry on your record, this is for you. It says here you intend to apply, you would intend to apply or you have already applied for adjustment of status with USCIS, or USCIS already denied your application to adjust your status based on the fact that they do not have jurisdiction over your case because of your removal order, or because they do not have jurisdiction over your case or application because of your removal order, and you have waivable grounds of inadmissibility, but a waiver was not filed or adjudicated. So USCIS is saying here, friends, that if you have if you have TPS and a removal order, you traveled outside of the U.S. on advanced parole, you came back in, you tried to adjust your status, and somehow along the way they denied your application for the green card or adjustment of status. They're saying that you should obviously seek a joint motion with ICE through prosecutorial discretion to reopen your removal case so that they could look at your green card application and obviously, hopefully, approve it if you're eligible for the green card. This notice also says if your removal or deportation order is terminated through this proceeding, and if you have already applied to adjust your status with USCIS and you've been denied based on the reasons that we've just discussed, you may file a new application for adjustment of status, or you can ask USCIS to reopen your denied adjustment of status case. And what's so cool about this is USCIS is saying that they will accept untimely motions to reopen your case. Normally, to reopen your case with USCIS, they only give you 30 days to submit that request to reopen it. But they're saying that if it's past 30 days and you meet the above criteria, they will accept your motion. And they provided some instructions on what you should do. But USCIS, friends, essentially is saying that you could submit this motion to reopen the case even if after 30 days has passed since they've denied your case, which is amazing. Okay. When I say amazing, I mean amazing. It also says here in the announcement that if you need legal advice on your immigration case, and this is verbatim, okay, make sure the person helping you is authorized to give legal advice. Only an attorney or an accredited representative working for a Department of Justice recognized organization can give you legal advice. Notarios, notary publics, immigration consultants, and businesses cannot give you immigration legal advice unless they are authorized service providers. And then they share information here about how to avoid scams. Guys, very important that you avoid working with individuals who are not attorneys or accredited representatives working for the Department of Justice through their recognized program, the program that recognizes organizations who are qualified to help you, okay? Because this is so technical, because this is so challenging and complex, this process that they're describing here, we do not want you to be scammed, okay? And this information they've published in many different languages, Arabic, Burmese, French, Nepali, Haitian Creole, Spanish. Okay, so if you speak another language, one of these languages, read this in your language. Now, this is for everyone else with a removal order, not just those of you with TPS. So other aliens, if you have a removal order and USCIS does not have jurisdiction over your application for adjustment of status because of the removal order, you also may ask the ICE Office of the Principal Legal Advisor for a PD case to consider joining in a joint motion to reopen proceedings to terminate the removal order. If your removal order is terminated as described above, and if your removal order is terminated, and if you have already applied for adjustment of status and you were denied based solely on lack of jurisdiction, you could also file a motion to reopen your case or a new adjustment of status application. So I'm going to just jump off this for a moment, all these technical issues. So, friends, in a nutshell, USCIS is saying that you still have your opportunity to seek PD, joint motion to reopen your removal case. I have not yet seen what ICE has to say about this. Okay, remember, we're talking about two different agencies. We're talking about ICE and we're talking about USCIS. USCIS provided this update on Friday, and I don't know what ICE's position will be quite yet on this, on prosecutorial discretion. We know under the first Trump administration that they really tried to diminish prosecutorial discretion. We're expecting them to do that again this time around, but of course, things like that happens through memos. We have not gotten a memo yet from DHS or ICE indicating that they will not participate in any further opportunities to reopen your case, your old removal cases. USCIS is saying something positive. Okay. And we're going with it. We're still working on these PD cases. And as a matter of fact, we have a lot of success stories on our website, guys, touching on PD cases, these joint motions to reopen cases. If you'd like to see what we have on our website, go to McBeanlaw.com/success, and you'll see these PD cases. You could also submit a form to have someone on our team contact you to book an appointment to discuss whether you're eligible for this process to reopen your old removal case. We love doing this. We love to help you get that freedom, but every single case is different. We're going to be looking at some factors about your history, your case, and certainly what your opportunity is today for a green card. If the only thing that's standing in your way today for a green card is the fact that you have a removal order, then we're going to want to look at your case and see how we might be able to assist you, like how we've helped a lot of other people. So reach out to us, guys. We'd love to have that discussion with you. And again, you could go on USCIS's website and see this update for yourself. And what you're going to do is you're going to scroll right over to, let me see if I could get it back up here without any further glitches, just to show you how you could go search for this yourself. And I'll also put a link to this USCIS notice in this description here. But let's see if I could. Okay, so what you're going to do, if I'm able to, let's do this. Give me a second here. Let's go all the way. Okay, so when you go on USCIS's website, guys, if you scroll all the way over to laws at the top of the menu, you click on laws, and then you're going to click on class action, settlement notices, and agreements. And that's where you will find this update that I've shared with you, okay? It's going to default to this page right here. And then here's the update right here. Certain temporary protected status recipients with orders of removal or deportation seeking adjustment of status with USCIS. This is January 24th. Notice date here, and that's where you're going to get this information that I've just shared with you. This is great news, guys. Let's just try to jump back up here. I'm going to be live sometime this week, maybe tomorrow, Wednesday. I'll continue to keep you guys plugged in. Join me on TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook for my evening live sessions. And guys, again, reach out to us at 914-898-9488. And I will see you in the next one. Be sure to share this very important update with your feed and others. Thanks so much for being with me this morning, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.